think that most of us, all kidding aside, don't ask our doctors a lot of questions because we don't want to know the answer.
Not only that, but think about it. You see your doctor typically, if you're healthy, once a year.
Once a year.
Or only if you have an emergency where you need to be treated. And that's not enough time to ask all the questions you need to ask. And patients often feel like they're embarrassed to ask their doctor a certain question or the doctor's judging them. Let me let you know, doctors suffer from the same illnesses and the same problems. You just don't know about it. You can't
embarrass the doctor.
Yeah.
Any more than you can creep out a cook.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah. So, same thing happens to us, it happens to you. So don't feel like you're by yourself on this. So feel free to have an open conversation with your doctor. How much heartburn is a normal amount of heartburn?
Well, I really wanted to do this one because my husband suffers from heartburn. He's always, as I said, overthinking and over-researching and thinks that he has, something way
really
worse than heartburn. Full disclosure, today we are working with Prilosec OTC, that means over-the-counter, right? To give you guys the scoop on heartburn, and I'm taking this particular box home to my husband, John.
So he can use it, right?
Exactly.
So, listen, everyone experiences heartburn at some point in their life, right? But the key is how much is normal and how much is not. If you experience heartburn 2 days or more in a week, it's considered to be frequent heartburn. And there's some things that you can do to make a difference. Let's understand what heartburn is, though. Heartburn basically is the feeling of acid. So this is food going down into your stomach from your esophagus, which is the feeding tube. It goes into the acid. The acid is very strong to break down the food. Then the acid kicks back up into your esophagus. That's not the way it's supposed to go. So when you feel heartburn, what you're really feeling is that acid, and it's that burning that makes you feel like you're having heartburn because it's located either just underneath the bottom of your breastplate or in the middle of your breastplate, so you think it's your heart. It's not your heart.
It's not your heart at all.
It's not your heart at all, But the key is, though, you have to be careful because they're similar sometimes in what you may think. So, like your husband thinks that he's having, a serious problem. You can have heart problems. So you should think about whether or not you're feeling faint, you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, sweating. Maybe you have pain that's going to your jaw, radiating to your jaw, to your shoulder. These are things you need to consider about whether or not you're having a heart event. If you have some of those symptoms, go see a doctor right away for sure. So I want to show you a couple things you can do to make some things change as far as your frequency. So first of all, how you sleep makes a difference, right? So if you sleep in a bed like this, beautiful bed, you want to make sure, though, you have it on an incline. So you can either stack your pillows up like so.
Oh, believe me, John makes like a fort. I swear the man has 6 pillows.
Well, there's a reason for that, right? Because if you want to be at least 9 inches, but if you're doing that, it's about gravity. You want to be able to keep your esophagus vertical so it's feeding into your stomach, and it's hard for the acid to come back up.
So the acids do not come back up.
Right. So either take normal pillows like this, or we have a little fancy pillow that you can buy.
I was leaning on that. It was so cozy.
I know. Well, this is my little incline. So it's like this. You can see the incline,
look at that. Did you see?
It's cool, right?
It became a house husband. Did you see?
There you go.
Look at that.
See, this is it. So the other part is when you eat, right? So you want to make sure you don't lie down within 3 to 4 hours after eating, because your stomach needs time to empty its contents.
I was going to say to empty back out.
Gastric emptying. Also, you know what? Sometimes after you eat, you should walk around, and just kind of move it around so you can get. But people lie down too fast after they eat, and that is a very bad thing.
Well, sometimes, especially if it's like a big bowl of pasta, John will just eat and eat and eat and eat, and you can see him just filling up, and he sort of tips backwards like this. And then he has no choice but to go into a food coma because he's like this, and there's just a little teepee of a belly right here. So it's got no choice. It goes right back that way.
Well, we don't want that. We don't want that to happen to everybody else.
But watching today's episode.
So these are things you can do. But if you are having heartburn 2 or more days a week, you have frequent heartburn, and that is the case where you may want to consider using frequent heartburn medication like Prilosec OTC over the counter. Now, and in fact, what's very interesting is that they're having a 2-week challenge where you take just 1 pill a day for 14 days, and the Prilosec OTC allows you to block the acid at its source so you don't get heartburn in the first place.
Absolutely. That's cool.
Okay, if you're interested in the 2-week challenge, just head over to prilosecotc.com.